Well, it is the second round of the national tournament in Hutch, and we catch up now with Grizzlies fourth-year head coach Kyle Fisher. And Coach, not a whole lot of time to prepare for tonight's game. A little over 24 hours ago, you guys defeated Roane State 85-66 to get to the second round. I imagine you and your staff probably burned a lot of midnight oil last night.
Yeah, we did. We had a good plan throughout the previous week for both teams. So some of the work was done before we got here. Not that we were overlooking anybody. But trying to be as prepared as we can with the quick turnaround. But yeah, we started a little bit last night, and we were up really early this morning and tried to have everything ready to go by lunchtime today so we could get our plan organized and presented to our guys before we had practice early afternoon.
You mentioned before the Roane State game, you said really there shouldn't be any surprises in this tournament because the Jayhawk Conference has prepared you guys well. Tough competition, and you mentioned that you feel like you've played every single style of play this year that you'll face in this tournament. Which team in the Jayhawk Conference would you say compares to your opponent tonight, Northwest Florida State?
Well, I couldn't really say that they compare to one particular team. I think on paper, from a personnel standpoint, they're very similar to Garden City, where they've got a bigger point guard, an elite shooter on the wing, and a really talented four-man. So I think from a personnel standpoint, they're very much like Garden City. And from a style of play standpoint, they really change defenses. They run a couple different defenses. So there's a few different teams that run the different defenses that they do. They like to run a 1-3-1, which Northwest Tech runs. They can get after you and pick you up full court, which Seward and Hutch do. And they can try and play man-to-man and ice some ball screens like Pratt and Coffeyville will try to do. So they'll give us a lot of different looks, but nothing we haven't seen throughout our conference season.
Northwest Florida State, they are lengthy and they are tall. Have you faced a team like this in conference play?
Well, I don't think as a complete a team. I mean, obviously Northwest Florida is a blue blood of junior college basketball, and they've got all the talent and can play a lot of different ways. So they're a complete team. We're going to have to play a complete game. So they're as good as anybody we've seen, but we've seen all year long in our league. A lot of times, if you don't play a complete game, it's going to be a struggle for you to win. And when you get to the Sweet 16, you're playing the best of the best, and we'll have to play a complete game to be able to advance.
This is the second round of the national tournament in Hutchinson. We're visiting with Kyle Fisher, fourth-year head coach of the Butler Grizzlies. And Coach, I mean, you guys, keys to a victory here tonight. Again, I know this is a unique opponent you're playing here tonight, but a couple of keys to a win.
Yeah, first thing, we want to be us. We want to be ourselves. We want to stick to the script, stick to the things that allowed us to be here. Two big keys for us are keep them off the offensive glass. They get nearly 13 offensive rebounds a game. We've got to eliminate those, and then they turn teams over with their changing defenses 17 times a game. So if we let them get 13 O boards and we turn it over 17 times, that's 30 extra possessions for an elite talented group. So we got to keep them off the glass. We got to take care of the ball.
Their rim protector is Kason Profer. He's a guy that transferred out of Boise State Division I program. He was the Conference Player of the Year this year for the Raiders in Northwest Florida State. Now this is a guy that he's averaging one of their leading scorers, and he's taken 114 threes. A guy's 6'10", Coach.
Yeah, he's a unique matchup for us. Kind of a pick and pop. You know, the new trendy forward that's in college basketball. The good thing about him, and as good as he is we've got a pretty good defender in that position too, in Isaiah Williams. So that'll be a matchup to watch tonight. Isaiah's got a great test for him, and confident in his ability to defend, and our team defense is as strong as anyone in the field. So excited to see that challenge and take on their good shooter and their length.
Finally, Coach, I know all season long you've always told your players have fun. I know you told them that before they took the court yesterday against Roane State. Imagine that's the message again tonight at the end.
No question. That's why you put in the work all year long. That's why you're so demanding on those players, so that we get an opportunity to play in this Sweet 16. So why wouldn't you go enjoy it and let loose and have a great time?
Coach, as always, we appreciate the visit.
Glad to do it. Thanks, Dennis.